Yeah.
You don't even pretend. You're just gonna burn yourself out.
No, I have to. I have to.
We have to have. I don't want to laugh anymore. Oh, this is good.
Is it?
Happy DocMas residents, and welcome to the Dr. DC podcast. My name.
You fucking monsters.
Yeah, this is what you want. Are you not entertained?
This is what you made me do.
You put it in your mouth. You shut up. Yeah, you're doing this for them. My name is producer Richard, and across from me is the doctor himself.
Hello.
This year, like each prior, we will be releasing an episode for every day of the 12 days leading up to Christmas. In this episode, we are finally invoking Two-Face rules.
No, it's next episode.
No,
this is episode number 10.
Yeah, I know it says 10 on the thing.
No, it's for episode 11, because episode 11 is episode 222.
But this one's... But let's set it on the... Oh, well... Never mind.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry.
It's okay.
So much pausing. So low energy.
Why don't we get it?
Do you think people don't like these episodes?
I thought this is what you wanted, but for us to be punished.
This is what we do for your entertainment.
Yeah, the thing no one ever asked us to do.
My wife left me. I mean, I definitely am not going to get to sleep in my own room tonight.
Oh, no, there's no way.
The nugget farts are...
It's not going to be good. Why don't we go on to the question?
Mm-hmm. Fuck me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's go over to Facebook.
Going to the face and the book. Going to the Facebook.
First question comes from the most interesting resident.
Roland Sebas?
Obviously.
Of course.
Who else?
I'm never wrong.
That's right. Wrong and strong. Why so many doctors in the JSA? Dr. Fate, Dr. Midnight, Dr. Occult. Do they all really have PhDs? Asking for a friend. I feel like he's treading around water we don't really need to be worried about.
Oh, yeah. If someone says they're a doctor, you just take their word for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good time in history to be giving that advice. I mean, it's true, not only in the JSA, but just in general, there's a lot of like doctor characters. I would actually say that for the most part, at least in DC, a big number of them are, I think you can assume like PhDs, if not just like high level scientists that now say doctor or whatever. But Dr. Polaris, Dr. Light, like I think both of them, you can make the argument that they're like such high ranking scientists. You can assume they have got a PhD, by comic book logic, smart PhD, right? Dr. Midnight mentioned in there is an actual physician, like an actual MD. So Dr. Midnight is a doctor. Both Charles McNider and Peter Cross, I'm pretty sure, are both like actual doctors. Kent Nelson, the original Dr. Fate, was an archaeologist. So maybe?
No.
I mean, the irony is like Mr. Freeze, we've talked about this before, he could be Dr. Freeze, and he's not.
Oh, yeah.
I
forget about that.
For some reason, he's Mr. Freeze. That's fine, though. But I would actually... Dr. Occult, I don't think was a PhD. I think he's just a guy in a trench coat with the mystic symbol of 7 or whatever he's got that allows him to channel magic.
You feel like
that.
if you're a Dr. Freeze, you go into anesthesiology or
right. Yeah, maybe
that feels like or you become a dentist.
Yeah, I mean, there's kind of a funny thing. Yeah, I mean, his name is Victor Freeze, but you know what I mean. Like people sometimes go into professions that kind of like feel right with their name. Like there used to be a dentist like back in the town where I grew up, and his last name was Chisler,
Yeah.
but like Chisler.
Oh,
It's like you got that, or
I thought he was a porn actor.
there was a guy last name Butcher that ran a funeral parlor.
Really?
You know, like there's ones where it's like kind of funny that like,
Yeah.
they end up in that. So maybe Victor Fries was destined for it. Yeah. You know, he worked in cryogenics.
It's interesting because my last name's Eden, and we've been eating all these nuggets today.
I was going to say, this is the furthest thing from paradise.
Take me to paradise.
Yeah, I mean, I would actually argue that the majority of doctors in DC probably are.
Yeah.
You know, not everyone, but I think most of them are. I think that holds up. Yeah.
Wow. You hear that? That's the sound of how hard these nuggets are.
I really don't know if I.
The question is who's going to tap out first?
Oh, well, I mean, now I just have to keep going.
What's the matter, McFly? Chicken?
Don't say that. Don't say chicken. What's the next question?
Oh, we gotta leave Facebook and head on over to Twitter to find out.
Twitter.
Sounds right. Question comes from Chad Bogelman. Bogle.
Almost fucking choked.
Yeah. Now that you are sufficiently sauced, I
mean,
we are.
barbecue sauce.
Yeah. And neither of you are scientists. But yeah, doctor. And I mentioned engineer, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
No. Try and explain how you build a Mazo. How does it even work?
Oh, right. So, Amazo, we talked about this on our episode with Dave Rossi. He's the android built by Professor Ivo that can absorb and mimic the powers of Justice Leaguers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a machine that can then also manage to make itself shapeshift and move at super speed and, you know, be super strong and durable and all these kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
So if we let's imagine we're in like the writer's room.
Mm-hmm.
We have to like do the Star Trek thing of like we need to like come up with what is the tech manual for Amazo, so we kind of explain how it works. How would you do it? I think the first thing you got to start with is you use a term like bioadaptive metal or something, right? Like you get your hands on some alloy that maybe comes from an alien civilization,
Yeah.
and it can like respond on a biological level. It's maybe not fully alive, but it's like,
Yeah, it's biomechanical. Yeah.
or in the way that nth metal is like responsive psychically. Maybe whatever this metal is can do something on a biological level. I think you use a vague term like that. I think that's part of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think you got to talk about, you know, like it's something about like the like a quantum processor or whatever, right? If it's supposed to think fast enough, you know, to adapt quickly in a combat situation, and that you kind of have to give it almost like the full like sentient AI life, right? So something about like a quantum computing, or it can exist in multiple states at once, which is also how it can like take on a power while also still being a machine.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to invoke some of these things where you take like a principle that is true, like a quantum uncertainty thing, and then you apply it in a way that does not apply in science, which is like the uncertainty principle doesn't mean you're both solid and not.
No.
But like you use it that way. And, you know, like I think you invoke a bunch of those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
Can you think of other sort of like techno like jargon you would throw in?
Like a biologically adaptive like cell.
Yeah.
You'd have to do something where you basically like you're using like nanotechnology,
Yeah.
like down to the cellular level.
Yeah, I mean, if it was one robot but made of nanites, that would be a way to explain things like shape-shifting, or how it can increase its durability. It like moves a bunch of nanites to one side of its body, and then you know, yeah, totally.
That's probably what I would do.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good way to do it. I mean, ultimately, Amazo is maybe one of the most insane proposals
Oh,
in
yeah.
all of comics,
Yeah.
which is like a machine that not only can like absorb power, it can absorb any power. It can absorb powers that are from technology. It can mimic Green Lantern light, but that's like not even like a power. You know what I mean? Like that's its own. A Green Lantern ring is a device, so it's not only mimicking people's powers, it's also mimicking the abilities of random devices.
Yeah.
You know, like so, like if it looks at a cell tower now, it can make long distance calls, or like, you know what I mean? Like Amazo could really do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
It's a pretty amazing.
That was good. Oh God,
I know. Don't look at the pile. You're going to put your hand back and grab.
oh no, that's how we started this podcast.
Never look at the pile.
All right, let's move on. Let's do it.
Yep.
I'm determined to keep this thing going. I can keep the energy up.
What's funny is just that you're going to crash so hard.
I have to try.
Let's leave Twitter and head on over to Instagram.
Now we're going to Instagram.
I'm having a hard time snapping. Like my body doesn't even want. I'm like,
Oh my God, I almost just like. I just got real fuzzy vision there.
Oh really? Oh no.
Can you just quick look up what the human tolerance for chicken consumption is?
What's the nugget level?
You know, like if you drink too much water, you can get like water poisoning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, am I at chicken poisoning?
I mean, it's very well possible. I may never want to eat another piece
Have I
of chicken.
crushed the poultry event horizon?
On Instagram, the first question comes from Evan. Wait for it, Reed.
Okay, I will.
Evan. Wait for it, Reed.
Okay. What does Evan wait for?
This is like it's like Evan. Wait for it, Reed.
I love the hoops we have to jump through to make drops for names where it's not that easy.
Yeah. No, that's when the gold comes out. That's
Yeah.
when the comedy gold.
Oh, that's definitely what this on the last episode are. It's comedy gold.
Oh,
I
it's-
also almost joked.
That's obviously what the next 3 episodes are going to be. Is just gold.
Okay.
But we know you listeners are completionists, so
No.
you just got
We got to keep this thing on track. What did he ask?
Jesus. Evan, wait for it. Reed asks. Those fist pumps are getting a lot less exciting.
Da-da-da. Working hard now.
It's like when you have like a toddler and they want to be upset, but they're so tired, and it's just like
That's exactly how I feel. I'm very upset and
Yeah.
so sleepy.
Do you think Mr. Freeze can make ice cream so cold that he could get brain freeze? First of all, I don't know what kind of content Mr. Freeze is creating, so who knows that brain freeze will let him?
Yeah. Can Mr. Freeze create a podcast so chill it's on the Brain Freeze Network?
I think that's what they're really asking here. And you know what the question is? Yeah, probably. Anybody could probably get on the Brain Freeze Network.
Oh my God, it's so easy.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, so Mr. Freeze, biologically speaking, if we are meant to run at, what is it, like between 36.5 and 37.5 degrees Celsius is like human body temperature,
You sound drunk.
then Mr. Freeze biologically actually runs at a colder temperature. That's part of his thing. It's not just that he has the cold gun in that. He actually has to exist in that refrigerated suit. He cannot live at regular human temperature, and his body is no longer exothermic. It's endothermic. Considering he still has to eat and sleep and stuff like that, he's not outwardly generating heat.
What happened again to make his body like that?
He gets doused in his cryo fluid because he's works in cryonics and stuff like that. I mean, again, like the Amazo thing, the science is dubious, but
Yeah.
that's essentially it. So I'm Mr. Freeze's body temperature, I think you can say it might safely be below 0 Celsius because there is probably enough salt content in blood that it wouldn't immediately freeze, right? Even without his body generating heat. But that means that for him to feel the pain of brain freeze, where it's such a shock that the cold is such a shock to his system, proportionally, like, I think we're talking about an ice cream that exists at absolute zero.
Yeah.
Which I don't actually think Mr. Freeze could do. Do you know who could do it? Is
Captain Cold.
Captain Cold, the man who mastered absolute zero.
Yeah.
I think Captain Cold, they could have like a fun, guys' night, make some ice cream. Like you do on a guys' night.
Yeah, obviously.
I would totally do that.
Yeah. I mean, we had Meat Man Day.
So, I think, Captain Cold would come over. Mr. Freeze would be like, I got the ingredients, I got the flavors I want. I need this cold enough so I could feel something, anything. And
God.
Captain Cold would go like, Jesus, man, I just kind of wanted to hang out and watch a movie. And Mr. Freeze would be like, please, my wife, Nora. And please allow me to feel. And Captain Cold would be like, Jesus, fine. But I'm putting on a fucking movie after this. You can't invite people over like this, man. It's not cool.
And then they would.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. We're friends again.
So I think Captain Cold could do it. I think Mr. Freeze needs less help.
Cool. Let's go to the next question.
Let's do it.
From Obadidi 98, they ask, is Dick Grayson a player, or does he maintain good relationships with all his exes? Has there ever been a time where all his exes have been in a room together? Barbara, Starfire, Zatanna, etc.
I think, all things considered, Dick has better relationships with his exes than he should ever have a right to expect.
Yeah. Also, just because you have good relationship with your exes doesn't mean that you're not a player.
Right. I mean, I think maybe what the point is, though, is that,
is he just hitting it, quit it, and letting him go?
I don't want to say Dick has never done douchey things or acted poorly or hurt people's feelings or broken their hearts, but I think Dick...
Wow, that sounded like it came from a personal place.
I think Dick is not going out of his way to do that. And because maybe it's because of the superheroing thing, you need to be able to work together in that. Maybe that forces you to move past some of those personal things faster than you would normally. Because, there have been like near marriages and that multiple times with characters like Starfire, Batgirl. Like, there's a big back and forth between those two. There's interstitial extra relationships. He's got a relationship with can't remember what her name was, but in Bloodhaven, there's like Zatanna in some continuities. There's all sorts of different Dick Grayson relationships that happen. But I do think generally he's got better relationships with his exes than he has any right to expect.
Well,
probably just because he has to. You don't get the luxury of hating your ex when you constantly need to team up to save the world, right?
Yeah.
I think that's part of it. They're all professional enough, or the people that he has made exes of are all professional enough to move past it. It's about them more than it's about him.
Fair.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that was the last question.
All right.
But you know what time it is.
This isn't going to happen.
No,
it's not going to happen.
Are you tapping out?
Well, but even if I wasn't, how can I eat 5 nuggets before the end of the episode?
Was my question, though.
How many do you have left?
I've got
just
4.
Gotta sneak across that finish line.
I got 4. So I think, you've got, wait, is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
Oh, fuck. I thought it was 5, but I had 6. There's still 5 left.
I know. I was going to say, I think you've actually got 6 left. So,
no.
Yeah. You got 5, and you're eating the 6th.
Yeah, so that one's done. Keep moving. What's the next thing?
It's time to play everybody's favorite game.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guess the name of the character based on someone who doesn't read comic books can describe that character to us?
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't know what that means, basically I send a photo of a DC character to my wife, and she sends back 4 clues describing that character to us.
Correct.
So, are you ready to play?
I am.
These are all very, for the most part, short clues.
Okay.
First clue. Great abs.
Huntress.
No.
Okay.
I like where your head's at, though. Second clue. Go-go boots.
Go-go boots, and you can see their abs.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like a version of Supergirl?
No.
Okay.
Next clue.
Okay.
Likes to stomp out their feelings.
All right, so we're really all about the legs here, huh? Can see their abs. Go-go boots. Stomping out their feelings. Oh, Star Sapphire?
No.
Oh, fuck. Damn it. Okay.
Ready for the fourth
I am ready.
final clue. Very large.
Oh. Is it like the version of Big Barda that is not her full armor look?
No.
Very large. Giganta?
Yes.
Yeah.
I knew you'd get it.
Nice. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Oh my god. I'm miserable.
So, are you counting out?
Are you?
Nope.
Okay.
I will throw up for this.
Yeah, I can keep going to see that happen.
You're willing to torture yourself to torture me?
Yeah, because my threshold, I think, is still higher than yours. I'm willing to give up, but if you're going to keep going, I'll keep going.
Fuck you.
Oh my god. Hey, if you're listening at home, did you buy 78 nuggets?
I mean, we actually bought 160 nuggets. Actually,
They're so dry.
what do you mean?
Okay. All right.
I don't understand. You know how competitive I am.
Or no. This is I can't carry it for you, but I can carry you.
No, but it's not, because you're just making me go farther.
Yeah. Just like Sam made Frodo go further.
No, but we shouldn't.
But we have to. Or Sauron wins.
I think this is falling apart.
Yeah. Hey, is this good content? Just like kind of like quietly eating, chewing into the mic because we couldn't finish our number of nuggets in the length of the episode.
I'm having a real crisis of conscience
If
here.
you think this is good, check out the Patreon.
That's it for this week.
On the Patreon, I slowly slurp soup for an hour.
I mean, that's hot.
That's my OnlyFans.
We'd love to talk to you, residents.
Yeah, of course. Always.
Why don't you reach out to us through our various social media platforms,
That's right.
like our Facebook,
Dr. DC Podcast.
our Twitter,
At Dr. DC.
Instagram.
Dr. DC Podcast.
Oh God. I don't want to do this anymore. Fuck you. I was holding it up together because I thought you were going to stop.
You just got sharked, baby.
It's just like when fucking Gabrus kept eating nuggets beyond.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we stopped in the middle of where people could find us.
Oh, yeah. Email.
DrDCPodcast@gmail.com.
Reddit.
r/Dr_DC.
Doc phone is always open.
208-917-3238.
Fuck you. Just take it down a notch. I know you don't feel this way.
I feel so good. No, nothing can stop me.
I hate you.
Chugga, 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 choo, choo. This train just keeps on chugging.
You do not have this energy.
I do in short enough bursts to make you look bad.
No, I want to. No, you're lying.
You can hit us up on Patreon. Patreon.com/DrDC. We got 3 tiers, $1, $5, $7. There's lots of fun extra stuff up there and help support us. You can give us reviews, 5 stars on iTunes or Facebook or somewhere else. But if you do it somewhere else, take a picture, send it to us. We'd love to see those reviews. If you can't get enough of us, check out our other podcast, Ghostfacers, a supernatural
don't you love
rewatch.
this? I know how much you love this.
Yeah. By the way, if this is your first episode,
Oh no!
so sorry. The person that recommended this to you did not do it properly.
No.
At the very least, go back and start at part 1 of this DocMas so you can understand the context. But really, they shouldn't have given you a DocMas episode to start with. Let's just say we like to end every year on a slump. But check out Ghostfacers, a supernatural rewatch, wherever you get your podcasts.
Just don't do it.
I'm going to finish mine for this episode. You can stop if you want.
You fucking prick.
Richard, there's no shame in giving up. There's no shame in admitting that you've been beaten. Yeah, swallow it. Get it all down.
It's so dry.
They really are so dry. Adios.
Choo-choo.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.